Plus, it can take you a couple of hours and you only get $7. Well, sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes people give you 10, 20 bucks, but usually you don't.
It is kind of crazy, but I don't know.
But I'll start working tomorrow. I go there and then they give me a ride to Stanton, and then the restaurant itself opens the 20th. It's behind Antelos and Cordova's, behind Mexican Chipotle Grill, near the corner of Evelyn Bird and Reservoir, across from the entrance of the college.
Okay.
So I'll make some kind of money, but I won't get my first paycheck the 28th, and then I'll get paid every 2 weeks after that.
Well, at least you'll have a steady paycheck.
Yeah, and plus I'll get like over $1,000 a month to go to school. But this first month, I get a check sometime after Memorial Day for $400 of money that's left over. I paid for it with a loan, but then I got Pell Grants, and then I got the GI Bill, so I'll live off that. But after a year, that'll stop.
Oh yeah.
So I wanted some kind of job where I could bump it up to full time if I couldn't get a job right away out of when I get my diploma.
Oops.
Yeah, I go to National College over there. So, so you've been having to go to court. I saw you down here, I guess like a month ago.
Yeah, I'm always here.
But you're still staying up in Shenandoah County?
Mm-hmm.
And you're still delivering for Nick?
Yep, been there for a while.
You're probably been, everybody that's there now is probably somebody that wasn't there when you first started.
Right. I mean, there's Nick still there, and
does his friend still come down in the summertime from New Jersey?
Oh, Greg?
Yeah.
Greg actually has one in Romney, West Virginia now. He has an Italian touch.
What, did he save up his money?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he's probably, how long's he been open?
It's his first year, I think.
So he's still trying to build up, probably. It takes, and once you're around 2 or 3 years, you get a good idea if you're going to do well.
Mm-hmm. You should have stayed. You could have opened your own place.
But, well, that would take money. I'd have to save some of my own money.
Yeah, right.
You would probably want at least 5 or 10 grand to even start thinking about it, you know?
Probably. I think more like 20 grand, but yeah. Any little bit helps.
And that would take like, oh God, a good 3 or 4 years of work and really saving your money.
Mm-hmm.
If you could save 5 to 10, if you worked there full time, you probably could make at least $400 or $500 a week. Because he's going to pay you like what, $7 an hour on the table, and then you're probably going to make $200 to $300 a week on tips.
Mm-hmm.
On a Good Friday, Saturday night where you work, you should probably at least make close to $100.
Yeah, around there probably.
150 might be, you'd have to have like at least 30 orders and have really most of them great tips, which is hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
But what are you heading home now?
Yeah, I gotta go home. I'm done with this place.
How tall are you? Like 6'4"?
6'5", 6'6".
I forgot your name. What is your first name?
John.
You know, one thing I agree with you, Chad could be a pain in the ass to work for, but I don't know what he's doing now. They turned that into Anthony's.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he ever got another restaurant or he might be doing something else, but...
Well, it's not Anthony's anymore. They sold it. It's now like the Z restaurant, like a Greek restaurant.
I tried applying there after they changed, but the guy would never hire me. I think I applied there twice. He never called me up. And they would always lie to you. The waitress or somebody, oh, he'll call you up. For some reason, he didn't want me working there. I don't know. But I'd forgotten the area. I might have forgot the names of the streets, but I would still know how to deliver down there. But if I get a car, I might do that till I get a job in computer repair. I might actually make more money doing that because they told me you'd only make the equivalent of like 12 an hour. And sometimes you can average more than that with your tips if you average what you make an hour in tips. And Nick used to give you like, I think it was like 50 cents a run.
It's 25, but yeah.
Yeah, and so like if you say you take 20 deliveries in a shift, that's $5. That should cover your gas for a little bit. I mean, as long as they were mostly in town. If you had to go out of town. But at $5 in gas in the car, I used to have that little Metro, I could get like 25 in town. So that would be like, it would cover you over 30 miles in gas, over 40 miles.
Mm-hmm.
But you want an old car, that's the only bad thing about delivering. You really, the place, especially if you work for Nick, he does a lot of business. Even in, like, does he still have 2 drivers during the daytime on the weekdays?
Mm-hmm.
So you probably can at least take like 5 to 10 deliveries between 11 and 5.
Oh yeah, I'd say more like 10 at least.
So,
it's busy.
And if you average like $2, which is like kind of like an average tip, you'd make $20. And if you worked like a volume shift, especially like a Friday in the day, you probably could easily make $50, $75 in tips.
Yep.
That's probably what you average. You probably make 40 hours plus a week and make four or $500 a week doing that.
Somewhere around there.
I'm sure you had good days where you make more than that. Friday and Saturday night, if you can do volume, the best. You can get out of there before everybody else, and it probably stays open till like 11 o'clock. He's probably still got people calling him before he actually opens.
Oh, always.
The best pizza in town that I've tasted, Italian Touch is pretty good, but now his nephew's got it. His sister's son, Ugo's nephew, forget his name, Italian guy. You probably met him. And then, and I guess she still works there, but what was I thinking about? Oh, Little Italy on South Main has got really good pizza. They got good cheese, they got good sauce, but they're Hispanic and they got a little bit of Italian blood, but they're from El Salvador, but they got some Italian people in their family. But they're from Central America. But I don't know if you ever ate their pizza. Their pizza is pretty good. I've eaten their pizza a couple times. I got my dad and my stepmother coming because you remember my mother died. So I like to go visit Nick. I gave him $100, and it was supposed to be for him because I owed him $100, but he gave it to his dad. But I owed his dad $200 because they did some brake port work when I was working for him several years ago down here, and I was living in Thomas Brook at Midas there on University. So I still owe his dad $100, and I still owe him $100, but I'm never up that way. I mean, now that I don't have a car, that's the first thing I'm going to save for. I got to pay a couple tickets because they got they blocked my state income tax from 2011. I was a year behind, and I owed like $285. I got caught. I had a bulb burned out, and the guy, they ask you if you got a license, so you got to tell them the truth because they can look it up. So he gave me a ticket for driving suspended. He could have gave me a ticket for driving without insurance and vehicle unregistered, but like your sticker on your tags. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get first thing I'm gonna do is get up my own place and move out where I'm at now, and then the next thing I'll do, I want to pay those tickets off, and get a vehicle, because I wouldn't mind doing that part-time, because part-time would be less wear, like do like 25, 30 hours a week tops. You do full-time, like at a place you're working at, you really got to take care of your car. You got to make sure you get your oil changes, rotate your tires, make sure you never let your tires go bald. Every once in a while, like flush the transmission fluid, make sure your brake fluid's all right. And if you're driving up, my transmission went off when I had that 94 Chrysler New Yorker, but I want to keep from getting back home.
Oh, it's all right. I'll give you a couple bucks, Mike.
Oh, cool.
Get a pack of cigarettes.
Thanks, man.
I mean,
how much I got? I got $278. I need.
How about that?
Let's see.
$4.78. $5 should be enough for a pack of cigarettes, right?
Yeah. Well, I got to make sure I got $2 to ride the bus. Yeah, I got enough now. Thanks, man.
Yeah, go to church too.
Where do you go at?
Oh, that's not me. A pastor in there gave that to me, and he said it's a good place.
Where's it at?
On 42.
Twin Oaks. Is that that sounds like it's on the south side of town, but
Yeah, he said it's right off 42.
Twin Oaks Drive. Well, there's a number I can call. I go to a Hispanic church and the guy translates for me now. But I've given people. One time I gave a guy $5 when I was in Philadelphia, and I found out he was a crack addict. He was a crackhead, and he was pimping out his girlfriend. And they were sitting on the sidewalk. I felt sorry for him because you walk downtown, you don't see normally people sitting on the sidewalk. And then I found out, this other black guy came up to him, don't give that guy money because he's gonna. At that time, you could buy a vial of crack and it could keep you high for a little bit for $5. And I only had $50 to me, but so I just prayed in my head that he would get off crack. But I'm that way. I feel sorry for like alcoholics and drug addicts. Thanks for the $2.
Oh, no problem.
I'm gonna go down to here. Hey, when I get a vehicle, I'm going to come up and visit you guys, and I want to pay back maybe that $200 when I have it. But I won't get it till after Memorial Day. Tell Nick I said hello.
All right, I will.
Thanks.
It was good seeing you.
Yeah, you too.
All right, you take care.